It's like we're really just like our lives are really about coming back to that person that we were, like, so because you said you were painfully shy, but you also talked about how you were this like, everybody watch me, like once upon a time. And not that you're like, everybody watch me, that version of Jenny, but like it's like
Diva,
we all start off with this like core of who we are, and then life kind of beats us up with in different ways, or we're just like experiencing things that sort of shut down different parts of us, and then our job is to kind of make our way back to that person, that little kid, and like now it sounds like you kind of are.
For the love of moon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to For the Love of Movement podcast. I'm your co-host, Robert Poe, and I am here with Jenny Battenberg and Morgan Cameron. You got to meet me last time, so let's get to see who these lovely ladies are. So first, we have Jenny Battenberg, who graduated from Lindenwood University with a BA in dance. She's also worked as a dancer, a dance educator, a model, an actress throughout all the St. Louis area. And she's a founding member of the Big Money Dance Company, as well as dancing with other companies in St. Louis area like A-Trek Dance Collective, Leverage Dance Theater, among many others. She also is a passionate education enthusiast, and she teaches everything from dance to dance fitness and ballroom. Please welcome Jenny Battenberg. Yay, woo.
Thanks. Thank you. It feels weird being over here.
I know. And on my right, we have Morgan Cameron. She is also a dance enthusiast, as well as a movement professional. She trained in classical ballet right here in St. Louis with the infamous Nathalie Levine, as well as the Harrod Conservatory. She's a founding member of the Big Money Dance Company. You're gonna hear that a lot with this group here. And she has yoga certifications from both Yoga 6 and Yogi Flight School. She's also the co-owner of Jackson Pianos and the fantastic establishment where we are right now, Noteworthy Cafe. Please welcome Yoga Cameron.
I was like, you don't. I thought you were saying my name was Yoga Camera.
Yoga
Welcome,
Camera.
Lady Yoga.
Yoga Cameron. That should be your new name.
It is.
Okay.
Morgan Yoga Cameron.
We love it. So, like I said, last time we got to meet me and hear my blah, blah, blah. Let's dive into both of you. I'll start randomly on my right.
Oh, great.
I know. So, the simplest question. How did you get into dancing?
So I always think of my dance journey different from like at least a lot of kids that I taught who were sort of dragged into dance by their parents, because I dragged my parents into dance because I got to see the Nutcracker when I was a little kid. And I was obsessed, and then I was like, please, can I take a ballet class? And my parents are like, like we don't really know anything about dance or know like where to take you. And then they, but like I just kept asking, and so then they let me. And then I didn't like it at first, actually, because it was not the print. Like I thought it was like an easy ticket to princesshood. Like, and I was like, once I go in there, like I'm basically a princess. I've seen these things on stage, and my costumes will be put on me and my makeup, and like it was like no, you have to learn pas de bourrée, and
No,
like
you don't
I was like,
actually want to dance. You want to be greeted.
Well, fortunately, I had a really cool teacher who was just like, who was like, well, she's got like really good feet and good flexibility. Like she could really become a dancer if she wanted to. So like my parents had to push me a little because I wanted to quit like a number of times.
I feel that's normal though, because it's a hard craft.
Yeah,
it is hard.
Yeah, and little kids, like, it really so much depends on the teacher. Like if a teacher can make it fun in the beginning and like tune in. I mean, I always liked movement. Like I talked before, like I like gym. I was a weird, like again, though, I think maybe that had to do with my teacher because I really liked my gym teacher. But like, I liked movement and really got something out of it. And then once I got past that stage with dance that I was like, I just feel like I'm bad at this. Then it was like, ooh, like then I got addicted to the like figuring out all the little things and like how your body moves and like how do I hold my hand exactly right and all that.
And you bounced right into a good school too. I mean, you could have landed anywhere.
No, I used to think about that all the time because you would meet, you'd meet kids that had a really good facility for dance and were really passionate about it, like at auditions and stuff. And then you would see their technique and you'd be like, oh my God, because people that don't know that much about dance, the difference between having a teacher that understands good technique and teaches good technique versus just like throws out the steps and the kids kind of like just flail through them makes a big difference.
It's like training for the Olympics. Like, are you going to have someone that's going to get you that far, or are they just going to like toss you in and be like, all right,
Yeah, and my teacher was really good at Nathalie, she was also able to see her confinements and like pass us on from there. Like she was a big advocate for getting me into someplace else because she was like, if you want to, like you could become a professional dancer, but you need to go to one of these other schools. You need to go to these summer programs. You need to go and get what we can't offer here. So
that's so smart.
That's good.
anyway,
Wow.
that's me. Shut it down.
No,
now.
that's not it done. No, never. Well, how did you get into dance?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry. I so much prefer asking the questions. Okay, so
You
my
were a
sister-
rural girl, yes.
Yes.
You were in a little bit more rural area.
My neighbors were cows.
Oh.
I was a
Literal.
woodsman girl. I only
My teachers were the trees and the leaves.
Okay, so my sister danced before me. We're already off the rails. Okay, so I actually
Losing his.
Oh, I'm so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. You keep going.
Okay, well, let me actually rewind.
Okay.
Even before movement was in my life, because let's be real, like, I didn't care about moving when I was little. I was a little lazy.
You were a
But
performer though as a kid.
I was a little, like, washed up drag queen at 5. No joke.
No.
I had, like, there were videos of me, like, all in these, like, puffy dresses with as many necklaces as I could put on, singing my Barbie song.
Yeah.
And like if I got the wrong reaction, I was like, shut down the show. Nobody's watching me. Like I was very serious about my show.
Yeah.
And everyone watching.
Same, yeah.
But really it would take one look and I'm like, ah!
A true Judy Garland.
Yes, and like I didn't have the talent to back it up. I just wanted everyone to watch me.
Not yet. Not yet.
Anyway, so I
There's
actually
an element of that, I think, probably across the board and across a lot of dancers. Like, there's
I know,
maybe
I think-
wanting to be the center of attention and
Yeah,
recognizing that, like, an audience full of people that are like
what
have
I
to
was-
sit in a
what I
seat
was
and watch
loving
you. Like,
was the music. So it's like I love to sing, but it's like I don't have a good voice. But this music is moving me.
driving your soul.
Yes, these Barbie songs. I'm about to flip a table because my audience is watching me. Before that, though, for some reason, there was a reason I was supposed to start piano.
Oh.
My mom told me and I forgot.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, maybe I had memory issues. But I went to play piano and I was excited about it. I was like, wow, I'm going to get a piano. And I went for my piano lesson. The lady like yelled at me because I didn't know my right from my left and everything. And I was like, I don't want to go back. Because like that was going to be my thing. Like Shayna, my sister,
Destiny was
Dance.
changed that day.
Shayna danced and she did acro, and my thing was going to be piano because then I was like, oh, I'm excited about that, and I was like ready to do that, and then this lady,
Ruined it.
yeah. So, but I would watch my sister at dance class, so she would take acro, and she would take an acro class, and then she would take like a tap jazz ballet class.
And she's how much
Wow.
older than you?
3 years.
Okay.
And she was really good at acro and stuff. Like she could do aerials and all these things.
She looks flexible.
And
You know how sometimes
she's
you can kind of
strong.
tell just by
that's fair.
looking at people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my whole family, we're all hyper mobile.
Yeah.
Except I didn't get like the good stuff. Like I got this, like, you know, like you can wickety whack your leg. Like my hips don't move, but don't worry, I got this.
Look at that elbow.
So I am like,
You know,
I'm
we
a
all-
googly schmoogle, but Yeah. Anyway, so I started taking class at 6, and I loved it. I was like, ooh, because I grew up on a lot of musicals and a lot of like music videos and stuff like that.
The MTV.
The MTV,
Listen,
but I guess
that's a
more when I
lifesaver.
was little, I was like the musicals, like on the town. I want to do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't give poops about ballet or anything like that, but I wanted to get up
You
there.
wanted to dance. What was your
Yeah.
first class?
It was like a tap. I think it was. I guess we did a little ballet, like maybe tap.
That famous ballet
Little
tap
combo.
jazz combo or
yeah. But
something.
my first dance was Sea Cruise, and I was in a little sailor costume.
Oh, yes.
And I loved it.
Oh,
For me, it was like I
yes.
loved the stage.
You're finally on
So
I
board.
love a good
And I had
Sea
my little
Cruise
hat,
little
and I was like ready
baby
to go.
recital outfit.
Oh, I
God.
was in it to win it. I was like, please, I get to wear lipstick.
Did you wear pantyhose?
I wore tights.
Oh.
I wore.
I love the
I wore
pantyhose.
shimmer. No, I wore
Oh, shimmer, yes, the
80s
shimmer
tights.
80s tights.
See, that's
Yes.
the only
The
way to go.
lycra,
Yeah.
And I
With
loved
the puffy
them.
little
I
whatever
loved
this
it.
is. Yeah.
So I was like, I knew my steps, and I'm gonna smile. So that was it. You know, I grew up in a studio where like I didn't get a lot of heavy ballet. I got a little bit of ballet training, a lot of like just performance type thing. Like I remember, like one of my teachers had this stage presence when she danced. Like I remember the older kids did this tap number where like half the girls dressed up like guys and the other were the girls, and it was like a 20s, and they were all in different flapper costumes, and it was really cute and really
Cute.
like very Broadway, and I was obsessed. Like little me asked them for their autographs. Like that's how much I know.
They signed your
Oh,
program?
Yeah. And they thought it was so funny because I was 6 and I was just obsessed with this dance because it was all about how they performed, and I really like locked into like their eyes, you know, just how they
Yeah.
like use their eyes on stage, and that stage presence was like, that's what drew me in.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up in a very technical studio, but there was this like performance quality that I got from it.
Which is so hard to either pick up later or teach. It's hard to find it if you don't know how to look for it, or if you've never.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I
had
think
it.
some people don't look for it or recognize that that's.
But that's what I
Important.
saw when I was
and
watching
I think,
it.
Yeah.
Ah. And the eyes, like you said, the eyes are something within the
And
performance
the way like
arts.
her shoulders were back and just like looking out at the audience, I really soaked that in.
It's huge. It's
yeah.
huge.
So I did all that.
So Morgan, once you got out of your training and whatnot, my question to you is, what led you from your early dance business to like where you are now with all the other things that you do, yoga, owning a
how'd you
cafe,
get into yoga,
Jackson
remember?
pianos, all that thing.
I remember how I got into yoga because Jenny dragged me to yoga because I
all
was
your
being
fault.
a
I can't
pathetic,
believe that was
depressed
your first
lady.
yoga class.
I mean, it wasn't my first. I'd taken like back it up.
Rewinding.
I was. After I danced with Big Muddy, when I was dancing professionally, I was having a lot of back problems, and I have a spondylolisthesis, which means
Lord.
one of my vertebrae slides. It's like a sliding drawer dealio. So it pushes the opposite one in towards my spine, and it causes a lot of like nerve, like not fun stuff. So I was like constantly modifying things and trying to move through choreography and classes like, okay, I can do this, but I can't do that. Or if I sort of like open this out to the side slightly and then pull my shoulder back, like I can make it look like everybody else's. And like, it got to a point
exhausting.
where I was just like, I'm not getting any enjoyment out of this because I have to like, I mean,
to deconstruct everything.
performing and feeling like was what I got to do before that point in time, and felt so good and I felt so alive. And then when it switched to that kind of stuff, it just wasn't like, you can't be out of your head, your thinking mind, and just be expressing when you are having to think constantly about
like
what you
protecting
can
your
and
body.
can't do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like one tweak.
right. And
So you So you brought her to yoga.
Yeah, so I retired from dance, and then it actually got worse because in a lot of instances, in which we're learning more and more, like when you have certain problems, you can exacerbate them by like not
moving.
doing anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need stress to your joints and things like that to keep them strong, and so it really wasn't helping me to not be doing anything, but I just didn't know what to do. I was like running for a period of time, I think, even, and like because it was like at least that it was the same movement, but it's just that's not joyful at all. Really, I mean, no offense to the runners,
No, I
you
like,
have your own
the
joy.
artists
but,
over here, like,
right?
I'm not
We
gonna go
want to
run.
move our bodies on
Right.
like multiple planes
body can't
with different
clunk around on that
energy.
pavement.
Yeah.
I'll
no, these
clunk
knees.
my cankles off track.
No.
Yeah, so Jenny was like,
Oh, I was working at a yoga place. I was their bar teacher. So
yeah,
I
so
would
she,
take
she
class
was
there.
like, just come and take this class. Like, I think you'll like it. And I was like, I don't really like
Oh, I
yoga.
so
like,
remember
I've done
you
it
too.
before.
When you were
What
done,
I
you
did.
were like, yeah.
Well, because
really
I
cute.
thought, oh, I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have to modify everything. But yoga moves in such a slow and organized way. You do one, or at least in this particular class too, like you do one thing. And then you did it on the other side. And then so it's a lot more predictable, just a lot more like, and I didn't have to guard myself as much because there's just particular things in dance with like rotation and extension to the back and stuff like that that were really bothering me, and with that just you don't really do
And you're more
much
parallel
in yoga.
for yoga. So
Well,
everything's
and
like,
like jumping and stuff like that. Like
you're not even going to releve once.
right.
Lift your heels.
And
impact
stuff is good for people,
True,
like, but not when you're leaping through the air and landing on one leg in a position that is particularly troublesome for your back. So yeah, and I was like, I hated it / loved it because it was a hot yoga class and it was really hot.
We were hot yoga people for a long time.
I
Like,
still am. I still
5
teach
days
hot
a week.
yoga, and I still
5
yeah,
days a week.
and I do it. I like it.
My
I mean,
God.
I do the not as hot too, but
I do. Yeah, I like to be warm.
yoga.
and I think there was an element to the being warm, and I would say like hot yoga. Sometimes you can lean too much into how much your body is hot and not warm your body up properly, or like overstretch yourself
Or your
because
body
you're like,
thinks it's
"Oh."
warm because it's 1,000 degrees. So you're like
Yeah,
doing this,
and you're
and it's
doing
like,
things
is that really
that
safe?
can overstress stuff. Yeah.
That's true.
So
Good point.
there was that, but I do think it let my body get warm faster and like lubricate my joints and And then yoga really is designed to like bring more, so I'm not a doctor and I don't want to pretend like I know all this stuff, but like, in your spine, you have your little spongy discs, and when they're like hydrated, it makes all the difference versus when they're like not hydrated or lubricated.
I feel that.
Motion is the lotion, and it helps your joints. And so moving still, but moving in safe ways was, so it was only a couple classes, and then I was like, I'm fucking hooked.
You're
Ooh.
hooked.
Oh, PG-13 now.
I don't know. The YouTube's might get. I might have to beep you.
We'll believe it.
I don't
We
care.
love a good bleep. Amazing. I didn't know that element of.
Yeah.
I knew that you retired because of your
And
spine, right?
we
And I
would
didn't
go
know
all
that
the
you were-
time. Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of miss it. I
Aw.
miss taking like hot yoga, but
Well-
And one of my
I got
favorite
no
things to
time.
do is to take yoga with a friend, just because I love being like,
Here we go.
like gazing over. Like I love yoga so much, and then if I can do it with like one of my friends,
It
I'm
is
like,
true, that is
I
fun.
love this.
That
Here's the
is fun.
thing. I feel like if I did that with either one of you, I would just be
Oh,
Giggling the whole
cackling
I
the whole
remember the
time.
one time he
It's
taught
okay.
yoga. He taught yoga at Big Muddy, and he went to like do his little massage at the end on our shoulders, and he walked up to me, and I could not stop laughing, and I go, just go, just go. I can't have you in my face.
Yeah, it wasn't successful.
No.
And it was.
But you're
some of that was,
a gentle. Like no,
it was a
I
little
can't.
gentle press.
Please go away.
And then I sniggered myself away. So you dragged her to
Jenny.
yoga and magically. So then how did you, so once you got through your, what I want to know is once you found Big Muddy,
Yeah.
what happened after that?
And then I just did, I did all the things I was doing when I was at Big Muddy. Like I've been teaching for a zillion years, and choreographing is a big old passion of
Well,
mine.
you're doing something that not that many people do. You are a professional dance teacher.
I'm so imposter syndrome. That's why we need Ellen on.
No, you
Because
really.
even when you say that, I'm like, no, I'm not.
You're like, it's not me.
No, you literally, the bulk of your income is from teaching dance.
Yeah,
And you
I
have
make a living
dance-
at it,
yes,
but yet I'm like, no.
around in different spaces
Yes.
and different places,
Yeah.
and like
Different
not that many people do
genres.
that. They're like supplementing stuff, or they get burnt out,
Or they
and
get
You've been doing
married.
it for a long time, and like.
It's all out of survival.
But how many classes a week do you teach?
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Tell the people.
Bajillions.
Okay, look, just give me, okay, I'll cut
There you
this
go.
off. Okay, I gotta count. 32 classes a week.
Holy moly!
Wild, do you
That's
understand?
crazy.
And what's cool is that it's not all in the same genre of dance either. So, for example,
And people freak out when I say that. It totally works for me.
yeah.
I feel so
Well, I mean-
bad. And I think I finally figured out the balance of everything. And now that like some of the things that I used to feel real anxious about, I'm really comfortable doing now.
Yeah.
That I'm like,
What's an example?
well, I teach 3 bar classes a week. I've
Boom,
been
boom,
teaching
boom.
bar for a zillion years. What, like 10, maybe more than that.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a structure in my head and I just pull different files of different exercises and I do it. And it's like, it's not stressful at all. Like I don't sit there and plan forever. I just like pull out little files while I teach. Or I just like, oh, I feel like we could do this, or I read the room or whatever.
That's another
Or
skill
like
that
I
Nana
have
has.
worked their legs so hard, it's time for push-ups. Then we do push-ups at the bar. Same with the babies. Like I teach the 3 and 4 and 5 and 6-year-olds. Been doing that for a million years. So
a
like
skill.
that, like I just,
yeah.
well, but it's
Go on.
years, it's years of practice and trial and error and knowing what to do and knowing like handle emotions and everything. Like I used to feel this in my body, like when things would get out of control, but now it's like, well, that's to be expected. They're brand new to the planet.
They're new
Like-
little ones. Yeah, they're new.
Like
Well,
that's
and you
what
just
they
have
do.
so many tools in your toolbox at
I
this
do.
point that you're just like, pull this one out.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not the right size. Pull
Exactly.
this one out. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
Well-
that shut that little shit up.
Yeah, or it's like, well, maybe you just need a sip of water. Like, let's go get some water, whatever. Or, oh,
Yeah.
nope, you can't do that, or we won't freestand. We will not do it. You know, you just like learn little,
Right,
little
yeah.
briberies.
You know exactly.
So,
you know
like,
your little
it's
tools
all-
that tend to
It's,
work.
I've just done it for so many years that it feels, it's just not stressful anymore. And I take naps. But you know what? Seriously, I don't yes, I teach over 30 classes a week. But I don't understand people who do this all day in an office for 40 hours a week. That sounds so hard to me.
No. Nope.
I wouldn't be able to nap in the day.
Never. No.
Well, I
I
think
might nap while I'm.
the one thing that gets me about it and is though figuring out all the different people that you're interacting, because it's like I said, I
Different ages, too.
taught 3 classes today and I was like, oh, I feel so like burned out just from because you have to have your eyes on everyone, making sure that they're safe, making sure that they're happy, making sure that they're enjoying themselves, making sure that when they leave they feel it's like, I mean, and you don't have to be that anxious about it, and it sounds like some of that is just through experience.
It's
You know
experience
how to
and
deal
so
with
long,
that.
and
but
now I just feel like everyone's my friend when I teach them. Like, truth be told, embarrassing, I don't always remember everyone's name. I'm so sorry. If they're children,
That's
yes.
okay.
And I have the.
that's pretty normal.
never
I
do.
know, but it's
Oh,
bad.
you!
I know.
How are you?
I know. It's
Exactly. And you let them tell
But
you
there's
how
been people who've
they
taken
know
my
you.
classes for a long time, and I'm like,
Hey, beautiful. How's it going
I just go,
today?
hey.
That's it. That's
But
all.
yeah, it's like everyone I teach is just like, hey.
We're friends.
Yeah, we're friends, so I don't feel
I
depleted.
mean, I think
just
if they
feel
had any idea the volume of people that you have to teach within the course of a week, they would be even more
it's
like
gotta be over.
patient
It's
with
gotta
it.
be over 200 people.
Yeah, that's
Dear
crazy.
Lord. Yeah, there's no.
Like that's like someone having 200 clients,
Yes,
but
yes.
not like 200 clients that they see each client once a year or something. No, you're seeing all 200 clients within
a
a week.
But it's not like I'm like, so one-on-one. It's just like, how
Right.
you doing? What's up? How's
Yeah.
it going? Good to see you. Oh, I like that shirt. It's,
Well, one thing that even just listening to some of your stories about teaching over the years, one thing I've learned about you, and I know this about you as well, is that there's a sense of both caring and a large sense of empathy, which I think is why
Yeah.
you're exhausted after teaching your 3 classes, right? I mean, 3 classes back to back to back is a lot, regardless, right? And just what you were just saying, like, I gotta make sure that I connect with them. I gotta make sure when they leave here, they have an experience that makes them wanna come back. Not just as a business person, but as someone who cares about the craft that you're in. And I think that's something that unfortunately can be a bit rare, is having teachers that care to the point where they're invested in not just the craft, but like in the humans that they're teaching.
Yeah.
Well, I
it
feel
can
like
also
that,
lead
honestly,
to burnout.
Well,
though.
that-
I feel
yeah,
like
true.
it's like the dance isn't even it. Like that's the center of it.
Yeah.
Is the connection. The connection to the people, to the moment, to the music. That's what's like, it's not even like we're doing this thing. It's just like, wow, we're doing, like sometimes I'll just stop and laugh because I think it's so funny. I'm like, oh my God, we're dancing together. Like we're birds. If you really zoom out, that's bizarre. Like we're gonna march together with the music. Like,
Yeah,
and like we're
sometimes
birds. Like when I zoom out, I'm like, what is dance? Like, what are we doing?
Right, you're
right
the
now?
bird at the front of the whole
Of the whole
thing.
flock.
Like, we're doing this. Like, I still sometimes when I'm leading a whole yoga class, I'm like, there's 30 people in here, and I'm like, you know, like you could tell them to do anything, they'd be like, okay.
Well,
like,
and then sometimes
It's
you
true.
like you tie your shoe and everyone reaches down.
yeah, exactly.
But
They're
no,
so
sometimes
tuned into
I
you
get those
that-
like weird existential things where I'm like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
What are we doing right now?
We're flying. We're birds.
Yeah, I literally
Lawyers.
yelled that in class. We're lawyers. Always sunny. So yeah, I think the core of it is the joy and the moment and being with the people. Like that's what it's about anyway. It's like who cares about the kickball change? No one.
No one.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
not
I
about
mean, if
that.
it's on the stage,
I mean, the
do.
technique, sure. But,
Yeah, if I'm choreographing,
If it's on the
yeah,
stage, it better be perfect.
it needs to be.
you better get it together, get your counts together. But like an exercise
better
class or
work.
whatever, or
Yeah.
like teaching the kids in the schools, like it's fine.
So I have a question that you kind of, oh, I lost my notes, hold on. That you kind of touched on just there, but for both of you, there we go. So do you notice any similarities between how you approached the dance arts and how you approach your movement modalities now?
I am an over preparer. Like you could talk to Jenny and I about the differences between like
The two
how
of
we
us?
prepare versus.
I don't.
But it's also the difference between someone who teaches like 10 classes a week versus 32.
Yeah, where I'm like, I don't have time for that. I got a nap.
Right.
Sorry, y'all. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. But I get a lot of joy out of it. So it's not like
Yeah.
a stress. Like it's not something that, and I don't have to do it, but it's like I love to like I like to like think about where we're going and then like plan how we're getting there, sort of. So
Yeah.
like in a
Okay.
dance class, I would usually be like, okay, this is a focus that we're gonna do, or like here's our Grand Allegro, we're gonna do this crazy move, or we're gonna have a renversé in it. So I'm gonna get them like this action of switching the legs. And
Okay.
so very
Yeah.
similar
Smart.
in yoga with sequencing, like how do I get, and in yoga it's even more important because you have people who are just walking into a class and have never taken a yoga class before, so they literally don't even have the mapping in their body to easily be like, and reverse warrior, like they're like they're like, I don't know what that word means, and I don't know where my
And, like,
arms are in
this
relation to
could
my
be
body.
like what,
True.
like you're doing this. They could be like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Like that makes no sense.
Right, and then that can stress them out instead of do what we want yoga to do, which is like build their relationship with their body and have them come back again and stuff like that.
Yeah, sneaking in those repetitions. Like,
Right, helping to build the structure. So it's like take these ingredients and then like and then you like all of a sudden are like, and here's the cake, and they're like, oh my god, it is the cake. Like I can
Didn't
do
even know
it.
it.
Yeah, and it's like my body for somehow like understands how to do this
Yeah.
because you might have done it on the mat.
Yeah, because you
snuck it in
taught
there.
them, you sort of introduced the body and the mind to it in
Yeah.
advance. So, I mean, in that way, that's, like,
Similar.
that's the pleasure that I get out of it.
In this very intelligent, like whether you want to call it science behind it or like the whatever, there's always been this like almost scholastic intelligence, the way you seem to, this is me outside looking in.
I
the way
see
you
that too.
approach
Very.
everything,
Yes.
which has always been so impressive.
She's very
so
smart.
fascinating. Both your own practice and then the things that you give. It's like, I've never been a highly academic individual, so.
I mean, I'm not academic. I ain't
But
even
there's-
got a
I think
college
you're real smart,
degree.
Morgan.
Exactly, yes, you're a
I
genius.
think you're real smart.
No, I like that stuff to think about it. I will say one thing that's different though with yoga versus dance is in dance or ballet specifically, there is so much of this like correct technique, absolutely like
Yeah.
what you want to be doing and how you're doing it. And yoga is like blowing my mind with just how different our bodies are, and so it's and it's not what it looks like visually. It is how it feels and like how your body is working through it, and it might end up looking very different from body to body because of how we're puzzle pieced together so
Right.
differently. And it doesn't, if you let your students or you imply to your students that something should look a certain way or they have to have this angle of their knee and their leg, like that's doing them a disservice because they need to be understanding that it's, the exploration in their own body and where things are placed and moving. But
The intent of the physical moment versus like the shape or the outcome.
yeah, I mean, in dance, we love to have these lines and love to have things. So you need to work your dancers towards
These shapes.
at least similar, it's not like you have to have everybody the same, but like, you need to be having these same, like, I don't know, that's what gives it the aesthetic that is ultimately what the like art is really. I mean, it's the drama and stuff too, but like the visual part of it, which that's not what you're concerned about in yoga.
In yoga, yeah. No, I
Even
get
though,
that.
we've got the Instagram yoga and stuff like that kind of gives the impression that that's what's important. And
Because of
It's
because
about
of that
how it
visual,
feels.
yeah, because certain bodies in these poses look exquisite, but like we need to look at them and say, yeah, that looks exquisite, and my body looks completely different, and it's still
Exactly. We're doing the
exquisite.
same thing. Yeah.
We're all different flowers.
Oh, I love that. I'm a
Beautiful.
flower.
We're all unique, different
Sometimes I'm a
flowers.
weed, but, so do you see any similarities between how you approached dance and now how you approach both your teaching, all of your multitude of genres?
I don't know. I think maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very like improvisational type person
Yes.
and feeling person. So it's all about the rush of feeling I feel in my body.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of driven by that.
Okay.
I don't do what Morgan does. That's all I can say. I don't do all that.
But you've been teaching for so long and so
know.
many of those modalities that it's
That are-
probably
I feel like there's
happening
things-
without that
I
preparation.
know, and I
in
don't
the
know how
same
to
sort of
articulate
way.
it. Please don't judge me. It's
There's something intuitive about
it's intuitive.
what you
Yeah.
able to. Sorry, I saw a human out the window, and I didn't know how high the ground was out
That's
there.
Joe.
I wasn't expecting to see a head. I was like,
Cut that part.
oh my god.
That is a head up.
No, turn the camera on.
I was like, oh my god. There's something intuitive, I think, about both about how you approach your dancing. Therefore,
Yeah.
of course, there's going to be something wildly intuitive about how you bring that to anybody else.
It is true, though. I think I really do. Like, I'm very in the moment when I do everything. Like, when I choreograph, I let things happen as they happen. Whoa, there's 3 people over there. Perfect. I just let things unfold. And I think I teach that way similarly.
Yeah,
Literally.
no, you're very present, and I think
it's about
that's
the
it. It's like if you're in the moment, then you can
You can receive.
and
Yeah.
you can pivot. I hate that word ever since the pandemic, but like because you're in the moment, you're
Yeah.
not attached to this
And that's
class
how-
that you designed and stuff like that, which is can be burdensome for me.
So that's how I teach everything. Even if I know the material, it's like, all right, we're doing this. And it's just like, I'm feeling the energy of the room, the aliveness of the room,
Yeah.
the music. And I kind of just like go from there and let it happen.
And then watch it. And you watch it.
Yeah,
just let it cook.
and that's what feels so joyful for me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wow, like all these people. And
Yeah.
it just feels so exciting and joyful. And I just really love people now. I used to be so painfully shy.
Oh.
Painfully.
I thought you were going to say, I used to hate people, but I love them now.
I did.
Sometimes I don't know.
But
What did I
I
hear?
found
Did you
that
tell
this
me about
job.
this? Did you tell me? I don't want to interrupt you. I'm coming back to it. I'm coming back to it. But go, keep going.
I was just saying I was so painfully shy, and I did not like people. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because I lived in my head.
Okay.
I lived up here. I was like, oh, I got
was
this
safe up
body.
here.
Yeah.
Oh. You're like, well, you're like barely. Okay.
Barely. But the more I've grown as a person and healed and, I'm older, whatever, I feel more present in my body, and I just feel so connected to everyone. Like, I feel like everyone's my best friend.
That is
I just
huge.
I just see people, and I'm like, I don't even know you, but I love you. And I think that's what music and dance makes, because it's like, okay, let's set aside all the BS for a
Right.
second.
Yeah,
and
we're not talking politics. We're talking about how we're all moving and like
We're all
not
just
that there's
in the
anything
moment.
wrong with talking about politics.
Yeah, talk
but,
about
you
it.
know, you can connect with people
Yes.
very deeply from all different places when you're
Exactly.
all
and
like
all
sitting
different
there.
beliefs on everything, but it's like we have this song going, and we're all the energy of the room, we're all like eyes are lit up. It's just that feeling. I feel like I love everyone.
Uh-huh.
I do.
No, I feel it too.
And I don't even know it, but I don't know. It's just like that's. I don't know if that's off topic or not,
no,
but
no,
it's
not
just.
at all.
I guess the present moment, like really stepping in and feeling the present moment and pivoting and creating, and we're doing this now.
Yeah.
Well, when you were going to touch on something.
No, well, I can't remember whether you said this or I heard this on a podcast or something, and I was like, oh, it was like, we're really just, like, our lives are really about coming back to that person that we were, like, so, because you said you were painfully shy, but you also talked about how you were this, like, everybody watch me, like,
Yeah.
once upon a time.
Yes.
And not that you're like, everybody watch me, that version of Jenny, but like it's like
Diva,
we all
drag queen
start off with this like core
Who we are.
of who we are, and
Yeah.
then life kind of beats us up with in different ways, or we're just like experiencing things that sort of shut down different parts of us, and then our job is to kind of make our way back to that
to that.
person, that little
Yeah.
kid, and like
Barbie
now it
Jenny.
sounds like you kind of are
Hollywood
like,
Jenny. That's what my family calls me, because
What?
because I'm
What did you
all
say, though?
Hollywood Jenny.
Oh.
It's like we found this drawing of me that I guess I drew of myself, and there's this like I have pearls on, and it's like and it says Hollywood, and there's like everyone in the back going, there she is, and then on the
Oh,
back, no,
nice.
this is crazy though, because then on the back there's me as a teacher,
Oh,
and
did
I
you
look a little
manifest
side.
this
So
shit?
I
Yes.
like both the showman and also the teacher. So
Well, I had
isn't
a-
that
You
wild?
knew,
I don't
you
even
knew.
remember doing it, but like my family still calls me Hollywood Jenny.
I had a similar, so my sister remembers, or my whole family always talks about how I said when people asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I said I wanted to be a mommy ballerina teacher.
Wow.
From like 3 years old, that's what I
Mommy's
said.
ballerina teacher. That is amazing to me.
That was like my, like,
Wow.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like, oh
gosh.
shit, check, bitches.
Little Morgan knew it was. Oh, I have something to share too that's similar. Do you remember taking those tests in high school where it was like, what should you be when you grow up?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
So
some
I
of
took
that.
that in my typing class, and I was so bummed about it because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be. And every time I would take the test, I would either get clown.
Why was that? Not that there's anything wrong with clowns. All the clowns that are listening, they're gonna shut us
I know.
down. They're gonna cancel
I was
us.
like, wait, no, clowns are great.
Like there's something wrong with clowns. No.
Or I would get actress, and I couldn't get anything else. And I was like,
You're
what?
a clown actor.
So I remember the teacher, and I remember being like, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, I dance.
What
I was like,
grade is this?
I was like a junior in high school.
Oh my
and,
God.
and then I
Wow.
was like, maybe I'll teach fitness classes. And I was like naming off all these things that I do now.
Before you even
I had
Considered
no,
them.
like, I was like, why aren't I getting like like nurse, or like I was not understanding like why I wasn't getting like a real occupation.
Okay.
So I was like clown and like actress. Well, yeah, I always wanted, because again, I wanted to perform.
What were the questions that led to it being
Because
like
it was
clown?
I was like,
It was all like, because I was dancing then, so it was probably just like performing and things like that. But I was like not understanding like,
Do you
should
like
I be
to
an
cake
engineer?
makeup on your face? And
Well,
wear
hey, think about one of my jobs, entertainment company.
Do you have an attraction to very long shoes?
I kind of would like to be a clown. Remember we took that clown
You know
class
what,
for at Big Muddy? I loved it.
Well, I mean, it would be
there
fun.
was a clown that came in.
So I knew this lady, and she did the hospital clowning stuff, and it was
Yeah.
like she loved it
Yeah.
because like you bring
I
so
think
much
I would like it.
joy
Or
and
a
ease
mime.
to sick kids and stuff. Come
That's
on now.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's a certain level of, I think the kind of people that dance seems to call to it as a craft. I think there's a certain level of, I've heard the term like presence a few times during this conversation, and I think there's, before you even know what you're manifesting or what you're about to step into, it's like there's something that calls you to that before you even know how to call it yourself. I remember doing the same thing with my little dance friends, and we would I wasn't smart enough to be a nerd, but I was more like a dork, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
lovable little dorky whatever kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember going to
Same.
dance, and the people at dance were my little social network.
Yeah.
And we would just sit and talk about like, okay, when I'm an adult, I want to teach in the evening or perform, and I want to dance all day and rehearse,
Yeah.
and then live above a
Oh wait,
dance
where you
studio.
going? I thought you were living above a coffee shop.
Oh,
or something.
there's gonna be a coffee shop somewhere either adjacent to it, but it was like coffee shop.
Or you were filming a
apartment,
podcast
and
in a
dancer.
coffee shop.
Yes.
Or maybe something like that. Exactly. So like before I even knew what the heck
That's so weird.
manifesting was, we were just speaking, and out of the three of us, in that past conversation that I'm referring to, I'm the one doing the thing the most close to that, which is fascinating to me. Before,
Yeah.
again, like I said, before you even know like what to ask for yourself out of life, it's like
It
bam.
is crazy though. For me, I think I told you this one day. Like, you guys had the training of my dreams. Like, to me, like, it felt so like out of touch to be a professional dancer, because I had such a late start to my training, like my technical training and everything. So I'm blanking. You guys kind of represented, like, remember Center Stage?
Yes.
Like, to me, that
Movie
was
in the
like,
2000s.
We're like the elite.
yes, but to me, that was like, oh my God, it's like you guys are in movies. Like, for me, it was like a dream that was like wildest dreams to ever become a dancer. So to like dance with you guys when we did was literally an unreachable dream for me.
Wow.
Like, I just to dance alongside people like you. For you, it was normal. You grew up learning all these things. For me, it was like, wow, that's something you see on TV. Like, yes, I had my training and I had my experience and it was lovely and the people were lovely, but to like live that life was
wow.
wild to me. Like, so yeah, that's how.
That's so crazy. Like
But it's normal for you because it's like, oh, well, yeah, this is what we do on this day and that day. But
Yeah.
to me, like, if
Well, it
I
also
see
just-
dancers like you, like if I were to step in a room, I would be like, oh my God, because I would be blown away. And I felt that way a lot when I was dancing.
Well, that's just also just in general, like exposure and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that people that like, we don't realize the separation potentially, like, not getting like
or do get in.
okay,
yeah,
what
get in.
get in there.
Yeah, that's what we're
You
here
know,
for.
I mean, just like we're like, oh, anyone can pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but like, let's freaking be real. Like when you have examples and you have people, you know, like versus you just see it on TV and you don't think you think that there's this line between you and those people.
Yeah.
Versus these people are around me. This is my world. Like
Yeah.
it's completely a different setup. And yeah.
Yeah, like we had a teacher where it was like, oh, Miss Chrissy takes class at Wash U. She's taking
Okay.
ballet classes there. Like it was like we could get some information.
Okay.
That's what it was
She
like.
was like
we
the-
were gonna get some
the
like,
messenger.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like that was our experience.
Yeah.
I get it. That's amazing. It just makes you grateful. I don't know. Like
It does.
Well, and- yeah, and
Well,
even-
and it keeps me in imposter syndrome.
I know. I was gonna say, and here you are, like.
It's fine. I mean, it hasn't stopped me.
But,
At this point, you
honestly-
have your like 10
And I
billion
honestly don't
hours behind you
And
that
I
like
think, I honestly, I
someone-
do. I still want Ellen on here, but because I want to talk about this. But like as long as you're brave. And you do it anyway.
Talk
it
about
doesn't
it.
matter if you have imposter syndrome.
Talk about it.
Like, who cares? Like, yeah, there's a little part of you that's like, that's not it. But it's like, well, okay, another part's going to be like, but we're going.
I love that.
We're doing it.
I
So
love that.
it wears off sometimes, but sometimes it creeps back up.
It
and
does.
it's like, okay.
Well, and you talk to so many people. I mean, like, yeah. People who are famous actors and famous writers and famous musicians who are still like, still have like,
I think
a
that's just
struggle
a
with
part.
imposter
Yes.
syndrome.
It's just
Yeah.
a part. It's just
a
a
part
voice
of humanity.
But when you're
and-
when you're in, again, back to the present moment and you're embodying what you're doing and you're like in the aliveness of all of it, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that
You don't
was
have
just
time to worry
noise.
about
But
that.
it's there's always going to be a little, little voice. Hey, we got some notes. I don't know if you're qualified.
Yeah.
And it's like somebody else like, hey, sit down. She's fine. So
What do they say? Comparison is the thief of joy.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you start to compare yourself or your work or your worth to anyone else beside you or on a screen, it takes.
You can always find somebody somewhere who's doing something to be like,
more or better
that's not
or
me.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta be
But yeah,
brave.
I don't know.
like
I
that.
think it's just like it'll be there and love that part too. It's okay.
Love that part. You love
It's
it.
just a part.
It is.
Say thank you very much
Thank
because
you
you're
for-
trying to protect me.
I see you taking
Ultimately,
notes.
You're
I see you
trying
taking
to
notes.
protect me and keep me
So
safe.
hard
Thank
to remember.
you.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's so. I want to be like, shut the hell up. That's what I want to say.
No.
Or bleep
Yeah,
that
because
out
if you
too.
do that, then I'll be like, no, we have more to say. And they're like, we don't want
Now.
that.
Exactly. Like now. Well, I have. Should I ask one more question? But
Oh,
this is
I
basically-
want to. After that, can I please ask a question?
Oh,
Because I
do.
forgot it in the last one, and I'm really excited
My
about
only
it.
question is, what's next? But is that? Do you want to answer what's next for each of you, or do you want to ask your
My
question?
future?
Yeah, like what do you got coming up, or like what's any
what
like
do you
continuing
see
education
in
thingies, or
future?
just
Nah.
nah.
I'm just busy. I don't know. I'm
Look,
just
I'm
teaching
here.
out the wazoo.
Well,
That's,
okay, so you've got the culminating
Oh,
event.
so I teach for Dance Moves STL, which we're going to have a teacher on and then my boss on. So we're going to hear all about that when we have them on.
Yeah.
But briefly, I'll talk about it. It's a ballroom dance program for fifth graders, but it's really, it's a social development program.
So freaking cool.
Amazing.
I'm in love with it still. It's my 4th year and I love it so much.
You're the teacher extraordinaire.
Well, I do what I
okay.
do. So,
do
they
what I do.
they learn 7 different styles of ballroom dance, but they're learning all the life lessons and the empathy and the kindness and the whatever. So again, we're going to go way into detail about that.
When we interview
The peoples, yes.
peoples.
But yeah, so I do have some performances coming up for a couple of my schools, and then we'll have 2 competitions. And then we have the big old competition at the end
Hey-o.
in May. So all the gold winners from the whole year, which is like 9 schools, come in
Wow.
to take on the championship.
Oh my God, it's like the Olympics of ballroom
know.
dance.
I know. It is really thrilling. It's at the 2 Hill. It's on the big stage at the
Oh
2
my
Hill,
God,
and
that's
it's
right.
like, it's really magical.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what I have coming up. And then recitals this summer and more teaching, and then teaching and teaching and teaching some more. So that's
Yeah,
it.
because summer is a whole different schedule of teaching because
Yeah.
school's out, but then it's summer camp time. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's all. I was about to say, and I'm going on vacation, but I don't know for sure. So that's it.
Manifest it, you're doing it.
I mean, I am, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay.
You're like, nobody follow me.
No, and I'm not posting.
What is next for you? Everything.
So one of the things that I'm really excited about trying to work towards is a program to help new yoga teachers. So that's something that I'm developing. It kind of got the brakes put on it as we opened this space, and I've been teaching in my own space here at Noteworthy.
And now I'm like, Morgan, let's do a video podcast.
But
Throw that
I
in
do
there.
all the things and mediocrely.
Wrong.
Nay.
Who was that? Who just said
I
that?
know. She's protecting herself.
We're
but
talking to her. We need
It's
to
still
have a meeting.
BS.
No, so when I was a dance trainee, I had a very poor experience at a company not to be named, and it was a little traumatic. And
name
so
it.
when
It's
I
okay.
went to, when I danced with Big Muddy and we started taking on trainees, I was sort of passionate and wanting to get more involved with their trainee program because this is just something drives me and makes me alive about trying to help people who are sort of being brave and making a transition in life.
Yeah.
And like, especially when we're adults, like when
Yeah.
kids are doing those sorts of transitions, we're like, we've got like counselors and we're doing these things
Yeah.
and there's books written about it. But like
And
when
they get
adults
caught up in life and their lives, and it's like, oh, I have to go. Like that's too scary to like step into this new thing. When I'm
Yeah.
also raising a family and working full time.
so many, so there's just so much like stress and hardship with trying to transition. So with the dancers, it was, transitioning from being like a student dancer to being a professional dancer and just the turning into an adult at the same time. But with yoga, it's very similar. People are like, I'm really passionate about this thing and I'm going to go through this program, and a lot of these programs cost a lot of money, and yet a lot of people who go through these programs do not go on to teach. And sure, there's a handful of them that maybe didn't intend on teaching to begin with. They were just trying to like get more into the yoga world and philosophy and stuff like that. But I would argue that like a bigger quantity of them just sort of like lose. They didn't get the full support that they maybe needed, because it's not an individualized program. You can't have a yoga teacher training program that is like, oh, Robert needs a lot more help with getting in front of people and feeling confident, but Jenny needs a lot more help on articulation and using
She
her
does.
words. And so then they graduate, and it's just sort of like, oh yeah, the next step is that you go get a job and teach a class in front of 30 people.
And how intimidating.
Wow.
Like for us,
Okay.
we take it for granted because, well, you're not a yoga teacher, but you've taught, but but we teach dance. We've taught a million, so we're used to being in front of the room. Even still,
Yeah.
I was terrified to teach a yoga class. Imagine if you've never got in front of a room of people to teach before.
That's
like I've
a good
taught
point.
a zillion dance classes, but I'm like, I don't know how to teach yoga. This is so hard.
And there's
because it's
a
a
huge
different
difference,
thing.
I would
There's a
imagine.
huge amount of yoga training, at least my training, your training, and a lot of
Yeah.
the training that I've heard about, that is going into the like right way to do things and the wrong way to do
Yeah.
things. And it's like, and I get the purpose of it, because you shouldn't just,
But it
there's
trips
training,
you up.
but
It keeps you in your
there's
head.
stuff about what
Yeah.
type of language to use,
Mm-hmm.
and it is very, very different than teaching dance, where
Mm-hmm.
you create something, you show it to people visually, they look at it, they ask their questions, they try to do it, you watch them, they
Mm-hmm.
stop, they get to maybe do it, as opposed to yoga, you have to be in the moment, leading them through the movement, keeping track of the sequence, guiding them, making sure that you're keeping an eye on them moving safely, giving them enough instruction, but not too much, involving the breath cues, involving the, right hand, left hand,
Wow.
there's a lot of
Mirroring.
it. Yeah, so there's just so much more than I think most people who even
She
take
named 20
yoga
things
really
we got one.
realize the teacher is doing until they take teacher training, and then they're like, and then
Yeah.
they're like,
It's an eye opener.
right, and then they get overwhelmed, and then they never teach, because
Mm-hmm.
then maybe a year goes by, and then it's like, well, I don't even remember half the stuff. How am I going to start teaching
Yeah.
now?
I had never
so
considered that.
many of them.
So
do
many,
not.
because I remember I trained with probably 14, 16 people. Maybe there's like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
that teach.
I think we had about half of the people who
I could be wrong. I don't know these people. I don't know why I said that. Like, please don't.
they're gonna fact check you.
So like actually,
MSNBC is gonna be like,
Every single one of them.
Oh my God.
Fact checking. Yeah. So yeah, same. Like definitely not that many of the people. I mean, some of them do a little teaching here and there, or they've taught some friends and stuff like that. But anyway.
But you wanted
so
to
I
kinda-
want to create this thing that serves as a bridge that gives support in
this.
different
I think
elements.
it's
Has an element
brilliant.
potentially of coaching. Has like a Facebook group, or I hate Meta, so some sort of group that we can develop.
What do you hate?
Meta, but
And that's where that's where we're putting all this.
but we want. We love it. We're lying.
watching this. Literally.
We love you, Mark Zuckerberg.
The old Zucks.
Putting. Anyway, a group that to provide support where people can ask questions and get feedback, and that's
I just
solid
think
and
that is such a good
respectful
idea.
Yeah.
place,
So have you found people who want to do that and they're interested and they're
students, you
Yeah.
mean? I mean, not that much. I haven't
I wonder though, what if you went to physically went to studios and were like, well, maybe they wouldn't like that. If you're like, hey,
Well, that's part of what I'm trying to build with the yoga tea club that I have happening. So that's the yoga teacher enrichment and enrichment and evolution. So it's bringing in different speakers, trying to build more of a community so that we aren't feeling like
This against that.
yeah,
studio.
like yeah. And if
I'm
I
taking
tell
your-
your students, your YTT students,
Come
that
to
they
me.
didn't get what they needed out of your
Yeah.
program, I'm somehow attacking
Yeah.
your program. But it's like
Yeah.
no, like
it's like, no, this
no
is just a
cookie cutter
whole.
program can be
people
absolutely suitable.
procrastinate. Like I procrastinate writing my paper for it. Oh my God. Because I had a fear of writing.
You had to
And
write
I'm
a
like, I'm
paper?
not a writer. Like I had to write a flippin' paper for my yoga teacher training, and I drug that out way embarrassingly. I'm saying it out loud. I guess I'm admitting it.
But you
way
have
too-
your certificate.
I have it.
But
But,
it
it,
was-
took me far too long because the fear of writing.
Did you have
I
to
was
read
just
out
like,
loud to the people?
no, it wasn't for anyone. It was just this block I had. But I think people get those blocks.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, I can't do it, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh,
another thing.
And then you're not in school anymore, so there's not someone being like,
So-
sit down and do it. Like it's you
so
having
it's
to make
you
the time
going
in
with
your busy
blanket
life.
in your bed, going, I'll do it later, and flip your body over, but there's no parent above you, so you just stay there.
Yeah.
Which just acknowledge that it's really impressive that you actually got it done.
Oh
Because
my
for a lot of people,
God.
that's just the thing that haunts them in the
I
back
was haunted.
closet for
That's
their
fair.
whole life,
Like, I
and they're
never
like,
did it.
I never did it. It wakes you up in cold sweats, like.
Cannot.
All right, can I ask my fun question?
Oh, yes,
Okay,
do.
so I forgot to ask this when you were on.
Yeah.
So my question is, what moves you to tears?
Oh, to
So
Yeah, oh,
okay,
yeah, we
'cause
talked
okay, let me
about this.
explain.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of my favorite things in life and being a human is being caught off guard with my own tears. So crying unexpectedly at a movie, a performance, a moment, anything that gets you verklempt. Your
Or what was the
your
last time you
Linda
were
Richmond,
moved, too?
Linda Richmond moment where you're like, because I find it hilarious, but I also I just think it's so funny, and because I got one for you. I can think of one right now that we both did.
Oh, I feel like I know this one maybe.
Well, I mean, we've done it multiple times, but go ahead.
Okay. I'm very much a Pisces. I'm clearly textbook.
I'm a Cancer, so we're
And
both
so
waterworks.
Crying at something does not like you're like, when's the last time? I'm like, yesterday.
Well, exactly.
But
yeah.
I think typically, what I'll say what
It could
moves
be
me to tears.
moving. It could be whatever.
That's the funny thing. It's not even move. I've never been dancing or whatever, been so into it that
Or,
I'm
watch
but
something.
it's usually for me. It's, and I'll probably figure out why this is, but it's I love award shows.
Yeah.
I love seeing people
When?
win. I love seeing them be overcome with, oh my God, I'm being recognized for my whatevers. An entire room is standing up and honoring whatever I just did, whether it's, it doesn't matter. And I think I will up there with them. The more blubbery they are, the more blubbery I am, the more like quiet and like reserved, but like clearly emotional, the more I'm like just like silent tears. There's something about somebody just, I think, what is it? It's the affirmation of, I did the work, I put the effort in.
Effort.
And
Effort
people
is a big thing
like
for
it.
me.
Yes, and it's just, every time I will just, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I share our moment? I'm not in Nashville.
I know,
Not
I feel
that
like I
one.
know exactly, but go ahead.
Judy
Is it a
Garland.
proof? Yes, at the Grandel.
We'll tell you. So we saw the Judy Garland musical.
It was a
And we
one-woman
watched,
show.
and she looked exactly like Judy Garland. She sounded exactly like her. We watched the whole thing play out. We watched her being addicted to the pills, her death at the end. Encore. She comes out and sits on a stool with the spotlight. And we're at the Grandel. There's hardly anyone there.
Intimate.
Intimate. She can see us.
No, like,
So she comes back and she sits down on the stool and goes,
she starts singing.
someone. After she died in the play, me and Robert were like, and she
clustered
ate
together,
us up. She was
Into
like,
the face.
"Whoa, and like shaked
found
us
us.
because she
we're
was
like,
like, I'll feed off these queens.
These fools. I was like, my
We
God.
were ugly crying.
No, I was like, oh man.
Like it wasn't a few, it was like gushy.
Like a little sniffle.
But could you imagine? She looked just like Judy Garland, and we just watched her die, and then now she's singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow."
Yeah, that
Couldn't
made
take
me
it.
cry.
It was
You're
so-
about to cry right now.
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't pull a laugh.
It was so good. Yeah,
It was
no.
really funny.
Yeah. And that was
Okay.
it was good art too. She did so well, and she told the
Oh,
story, and it was just
My gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always effort stuff with, or
Yeah.
just like putting your all into something just like brings it out of me. So like dance shows, even if it's shitty, like if you are just in it, I'm like,
oh
Yeah.
but like the main one that I think about when I think about ridiculous crying is like any like track, like this.
Yes.
Like I had a track
Yes.
meet last week, and like there are these kids running. There was just one kid running hurdles by himself. He was just running, and like he made it over the
Giving it
first
his
one,
all.
and then he tripped over one and like
no.
fell, but he got back up and like was determined. And I was like,
Oh, absolutely that. It's that. It's
That's
effort. I see what you mean.
hilarious.
Yes.
yeah,
you
and, or I
can
can
do
turn
it.
around. I can turn around at a girls on the run, like run, and I'll just be like, like because there are all these little girls like, like not. I know.
So funny.
It's not like the beauty of their gator. No, it's
No,
like the ones that
it's
made
the
me cry are the
perseverance.
ones that are like red in the
Look at
face
them
and
try.
like
The asthmatic,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just
I
gives me
get
a-
it. I completely understand that. Well, for that, and also like one thing I thought of is in our Ballet 304's Nutcracker. All we have like the community cast full of like kids and adults and people who aren't even professionals, and they'll come out and perform with us. At the end, like they are the ones that take the first series of bows. And we set it to music. It's like the big, it's a big grand waltz. And I swear, watching these kids, like they link up in the wings and they like run out and like pulling each other over and like arms up and like do
They
their
feel
little
so
bow. And
like,
bow.
proud
So
of this.
yes,
A
and I'm
bow
like,
Yeah,
gets
bow.
me.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, a curtain
well,
call, yeah.
Yeah, and like feeling other people like
Yes.
feel and stand up.
Yep.
Like I cried at a doo-wop.
Goosebumps. I got 'em
Yeah,
right
you got
now.
them. No, it was a doo-wop group in a music. Oh, it was the Carole
The-
King musical. I'm like,
yeah.
they're singing doo-wop songs, and I'm like crying. Why? Why? Because I figured out it's because like other people
Yes.
liking music. So I'm seeing all these like people in their 70s,
And they're loving
and they're
it.
like this. So I'm
Yes,
like,
I
like,
understand
what?
it. No, it's that shared experience. It's the shared
is.
sense of nostalgia,
And I see them all, and
recognition,
I'm watching like the audience perk up.
yeah. God, that's what I loved
Yeah,
about
feeling alive.
Senior Embrace
Yeah.
for when we did the Senior Embraces,
yeah.
is watching
Yes.
the people like
Oh,
start to tune
God,
in.
we were
Oh,
crying.
Ow, God, yeah,
God.
yeah. What a good question.
It's a fun one because I think it's so funny.
It is.
Crying is like I don't know
Moved
why.
you to tears.
What moves you? Speaking of movement,
Should we do a little?
Are we gonna move it out? Move
Hiya.
it out.
all right, we are here. Change of plans. The last time we tried to do this on me and Morgan's episode, it cut off our heads. So we're doing it again. So this time, Morgan is just going to teach yoga. I know we probably said something else, but we're going to do yoga from Morgan. Ready, Morgan? Hit it.
Sure.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Swap. All right. You could probably start on the floor if that's comfortable enough for you. So sitting on your heels or cross-legged. If that doesn't feel comfortable, see if you need
I'll do
something
this
like
one.
a pillow, or if you have a yoga block, you could sit on that to elevate the hips a little. We're just gonna move a little bit the way I like to design a yoga class, so sequencing things. And this can be done in all sorts of ways. It could be around a particular type of movement. Today we're going to sequence from our Pratapana, which Pratapana is the different sort of, it's stoking the fire, so different movements of the spine to get you ready for whatever you're going to do next. I love to build a class off of a creative Pratapana because we're moving our arms and it's like, oh, well, what if we moved our arms and then we shifted our weight or we did something different? You'll get the hang of it when we start moving and be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. So in your comfortable seat, just find a nice tall spine. And usually we start a yoga class with a little bit of centering. So we'll just take a minute or two. You could close your eyes or soften your gaze. Sort of feel the weight of your body wherever you're sat. Notice points of pressure, hot or cold. And then just notice anything that's creeping into your mind, stories, plans, concerns. See if you can almost imagine yourself standing behind a curtain with all of those things present. And then just step forward through that curtain, leaving those things kind of in the background, knowing that you can come back to them. So you can just kind of focus in on your body and your breath here as we move. You could blink open the eyes a little bit, shrug through the shoulders if that feels good. A little bit of movement on your own, just whatever your body kind of asks for. Start to build this relationship with your breath. So just paying attention to the breath here as you move. No real control though, just noticing how when you move in certain ways, it might be more natural to exhale or inhale. And then find your nice tall spine and stillness. And we'll sweep the arms out to the sides, reach them to the sky, breathe in. On your exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides like you're washing your hair. Bring your hands, elbows out, and then press out like you're pushing some walls away. And on your inhale, reach your left arm high and take a side bend over to the side. Inhale to come back up. Exhale, reach it nice and high or tall. And then twist it back. Reach right arm high, big open, reach the sky. And on your exhale, right arm forward, left arm, twist it out. Left hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Sit up tall, open your shoulders, gaze over. And come back. So see how that was kind of like a whole dance. You don't have to be that fancy all the time, but reach the arms to the sky. We'll take it through the other side. Exhale like you're washing your hair, elbows out to the side, and then press. Feeling your wrists working. This time bring your left Ooh, it's your right to the sky.
It's gonna
Might be
their
your
left.
opposite
It's actually-
side. You can just follow. Don't pay attention to whatever side I say if you don't want to. Come up. Inhale, reach and swim that arm back. It could come down behind you a little. Reach. Opposite arm high and back. And then swim that arm forward, other arm forward, take your twist away. And we would maybe do this a few more times so that you understand kind of all those complexities and come out of it. But then we could try this. We would move through maybe some other sequences, moving through downward facing dog, but we'll just come into a tabletop
My favorite.
and step 1 foot forward. It would maybe be your left foot if you're mirroring us. It's our right foot. And that knee is scooted a little bit away. Rise up. And we'll take that same kind of dealio, but with that one leg forward. So bring your hands down like you're washing your hair. Push it out. Bring your right hand to your hip, left arm high, or the opposite. Take a side bend. Inhale, come up, swim that arm back. This time you could find your sacrum or down the back leg. Reach the opposite arm by your ear, take it back. And then we'll take a swim forward with the right arm. Swim forward with the left. This time tuck your toes back there, plant your hand down, lift the knee off, and twist open. And then you could lower it back down. We could take that on the other side. Step the left foot forward. Scooch the right knee back if that feels okay in your hips. And reach your arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale like you're washing your hair. Push. Inhale, left hand can come to your hip. Reach that opposite arm high. Side bend over. Inhale, come up, reach the right arm back. It could find your sacrum or your leg back there, opposite arm high by your ear. And then like you're doing a freestyle, isn't that what it's called? Swimming. Set your hand down, tuck the right toes, lift off, push and open. And then set it back down. Should we do one more version of this?
Sure.
All right,
Yeah.
then you can get even fancier. We can come on up to a warrior 2, or warrior 1, really.
Stop
Here. Actually, let's open out to a warrior 2. Reach the arms out. On your inhale, reach your arms to the sky. On your exhale, like you're washing your hair, bring the arms down, push out. Turn to face the front, bring your right hand to the hip, bring your back leg high on your tippy toes and reach left arm up. Take your side bend. Inhale, reach that arm back. You could always ground down through that back foot for a little more stability as you reach right arm high and back. And then, or an extra challenge, swim your right arm, swim your left hand, reach it forward of you a little bit. Maybe you launch off that back leg for what we call revolved balancing half moon, twisting the chest a little to the right. Set the foot down. We would maybe take a transition, but today we'll just step the foot in and find your warrior 2 on the other side. Open out. Sink into your front knee, reach your arms out. On your inhale, arms to the sky, breathe in. On your exhale, hands behind your head, push out through the arms. Return to face the front, high on your back toes, reach your right arm high, left hand to your hip. Gently take a side bend. This is not easy stuff necessarily. We'll swim the right arm back, find the support of your leg or hand to your sacrum, opposite arm high. Exhale, swim the front arm. Reach out with the opposite arm, a little ahead of your foot. Big shift Launch off, keep the hips squared down to the mat, and then twist from your belly button, open your chest a bit. Gorgeous, you two. And then we set the foot back down. Woo!
Ooh,
Was
right.
quite a workout. And then hang out. Soften your knees, let your spine hang. Woo! And that's all she wrote. Yay!
Wow. That was a challenge. That was
That was
real-
definitely not an easy one.
It was
But
not.
you
I'm
gave us a
ready
good
for a-
preparation into
Yeah.
the challenging version. Yes.
I liked how
I
there
felt
were
ready.
3 different ways.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Fun.
All right. Thank
Ah.
you. Thanks, everybody, for moving with us.
Yeah. Come back and see us next time.
Yeah.